I sound different because I am sick, and I have a Shrek throat. But that doesn't really not matter to me. It really does not. Okay, what the?
This is Ryan. I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear from. I want you to know that I didn't mean to throw all this on your shoulders. There were just a few things that came up, and I just didn't have the time for the night shift anymore. Anyway, a pity party won't get you through your first night. Henry wanted me to give you a quick rundown on how everything works, so get ready. For starters, you can access the surveillance cameras on the monitor in front of you. Go ahead and pull them up. Great. Here, you'll be able to monitor the entrances and the animatronic characters. Some of these cameras are pretty dark, so I ended up messing with that old flashlight system the previous owner had in the diner. I jerry-rigged it to the camera. There should be a button on the bottom right of the screen. Why don't you give it a press? Can't tell you how many times it saved my job. Saved my job. Okay, well, anyway, you should also know about the power saving procedure that the building undergoes during morning hours. You'll notice lights flickering, electrical noises, and even sometimes short outages. Don't get nervous when this stuff happens. It's all normal. The building will allocate more power automatically, so your lights will be back on in a couple of seconds. Sometimes certain cameras will go dark, and you'll have to reactivate them manually. There's a fuse box right behind where you're sitting. Pop it open. When you open it up, you'll see the tape I put on each switch to indicate which camera it controls. Use them to reactivate any camera that goes dark here. I'm not a master electrician, but the wiring will get the job done. There weren't enough switches for all of the cameras, so I only hooked up the most important ones. The remaining ones are wired up to the main breaker in the parts and service room. You won't need to worry about those. As you've seen during the day shift, the animatronics love to stretch their legs, even when they are supposed to be off. Henry had some technical explanation about their joints locking up or something, but I didn't pay much attention. If you don't see them on the cameras, you can check the hallway with your flashlight. Henry and William both assured me that the animatronics were harmless, but just in case, I figured out a way to get them to leave the office. At least with the newer models, they were designed to interact with other characters. So I snatched an old Freddy headpiece from the parts and service room. Putting that on your head will trick the newer models into thinking you're one of them. Try it out. It might smell though. It's pretty old.
Pretty old, okay, buddy.
Great. One more thing. You'll hear an alarm periodically once they start moving. All this means is that an animatronic tripped one of the ventilation motion sensors. Alright, I think that's everything for tonight. I'm not gonna call you again. You know, with the boss breathing over my shoulder.
Knew it. What? Alright, Molly. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. We gotta be so peaky up here. definitely back in those vents. He's in those vents. He's in those dang vents. Come on, just let me survive. If you let me survive, I'll put you in Gmod videos. Let's go, baby. Let's do this chat. Michael. It only took us 8 minutes to survive that.
Michael, are you there? I wasn't planning on calling you again, but it turns out Henry's not going to monitor any of my calls after your first shifts. Yippee, right? Now I can say whatever I want. Figured dropping you a few more messages during your first week wouldn't hurt, especially considering the situation you're in right now. Remember when you used to do maintenance on those older models during the day shifts? They always gave me the creeps, like they were staring right through me. They were fine with the kids back at the old diner, but here, something feels off about them. And let me tell you, despite whatever reassurance William might try to give you, those things get aggressive after hours. They've trashed the place multiple times when I was on night duty, and I almost lost my job because of it.
Jesus.
Anyway, I learned the hard way that the Freddy mask won't fool them. You know that Fox character I was talking about, Foxy the Pirate? The one they decommissioned back at the diner? He's going to either stare right into one of your cameras, or stare at you right down the hallway. Those older models have always been sensitive to light. It was one of their main flaws. You can get Foxy to go away by shining your flashlight at him for a couple of seconds, or by using that camera beacon I talked about yesterday. I think you know the real reason I installed it now. Anyway, he'll make some weird garble noises once he leaves. I think it just means that his system is rebooting. I'll get him to leave you alone at least. If you don't get him to go away fast enough, God help you. Okay, what I'm about to say stays only between you and me, alright? I caught a glimpse of William playing those older models today with newer parts. I checked the maintenance logs, and sure enough, there's nothing there about repairing the old models. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm kind of tempted to go to Henry about it. I think I'm just gonna wait, see if he does anything else that Henry wouldn't approve of.
He's active now.
I'll probably have some more information for you tomorrow. Remember, I never called you, okay? Alright, good night.
But it looks like Withered Chica's dead. I'm sorry. Where is he? AM. I think the cool thing about this game is basically how it's like the fact how the wizards get active a lot. Okay. So you wanna play like that? Okay. Now I get it. Continue. That's not my fault that I didn't know he was on the cameras now. But that's just a lot different than what we had on that game. Click on the keys when you're ready. I do not need your information. But will the Lord help me of God, that I pray Withered Foxy doesn't just go ahead and get on the random camera for me not to flash with the beam. The Lord, I would hear some where is he? That's a lot different. But he really stabbed me in the hands. I cannot get my hands off of this Withered Foxy because the fact that he's literally jump scaring me at the freaking time that he's not even in the hallway. Should I just go on night 6? Nah. No. I should try night 6, but that, dang, man, you're cooked. You're cooked. If you try night 6, man. Ooh, let's get killed by Wither Foxy again, because this boy is not. I don't need your freaking information. I don't need your information, buddy. Well, I am. I'm just waiting for the wizards to start moving. And you're already looking at me, you piece of crap. Get away. Get away, buddy. He's about to pop on my cameras, bro. Oh god, it's 12 a.m. Go! Why are you so horrible now? I hate this game. I quit. I don't know what the heck's going on. But is it just me, or is that game like where you have to actually get Foxy on cameras, and I knew he was on the cameras, and the man freaking kills you? That is literally a piece of dog crap. I hope I see y'all later. Bye bye.